Good morning, Valley. Today on Valley por Vida, we are visiting premier high schools to learn all about unique programs that they're offering for students. Now, we're also learning how to lend a hand and do our part in the saving of trees in our natural Texas and RGV environments. Plus, we've got tips on how to help young children be successful in school after the pandemic. Now, there's so much going on, so don't go anywhere. Valley por Vida starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us this morning. I'm your host, Danielle Banda.
Content segments during Valle por Vida were paid for by Premier High Schools.
Well, premier high schools are tuition-free public charter schools where students can recover credits, earn a diploma, and get industry-recognized certifications to start a career in healthcare, public safety, engineering, drone operation, and more, all at no cost. Now, there are 6 premier high school locations right here in the Rio Grande Valley, and our team went ahead and dropped by to speak with 2 of their representatives for an in-depth look. Go ahead and check it out.
Good morning. My name is Laura Thatcher. I'm the campus director here at Premier High School of Mission. I'm here representing all the premier high schools in the Rio Grande Valley. There are 6 conveniently located. Brownsville has a location, as well as a new campus in Weslaco, who is fully staffed with educators that have a lot of experience. And we have a San Juan location. And then we come down to Mission. In Edinburgh we have a location, and Palmview, and then this one in Mission. And they're all conveniently located with a lot of educators just waiting to teach your children and try to fill in those gaps. We are a high school, grades 9 through 12, and we serve 2 different populations. The younger high school student that's ages maybe 13 or 14 to 18 years of age, and then we have an adult school that students can visit us and enroll and get their education, towards that diploma, ages 19 through 26. Premier high schools are small by design. They are here. We're a public charter school that is tuition free, and it's, you can come to any premier location from any of the area towns, so whatever is convenient for you. You may live there, you may work part-time in one of the cities, and we can work with our students. The flexibility, a lot of our students do, work part of the day and then come to school part of the day. The flexible in schedules include a 4-hour school day or a 6-hour school day. And we are here to either help that student that wants to recover credits. Maybe in the last year and a half, they've gotten behind. Well, we're able to help them, gain those credits, because we work with students individually or in small groups. We cover core content, everything that a regular high school would have, that's what we have. TEA approved, everything, in the core subject areas. The beauty of the premier high schools, though, is we have a great career and technology program. Every high school will have different programs related to career and technology. Our hope is that 100% of our students, when they graduate, will be ready to go on to a post-secondary school, or they have already received some training in high school. Like, let's take, for instance, here at Mission, which Palmview has, and FAR, all the high schools do. Certified medical assistants can be trained and ready to work. Once they've graduated, we have medical billing and coding, which is a great career opportunity, especially right now during the season that we're in. We have programs in welding that our welders are ready to go. We have a drone program, we've got law enforcement, just all different areas, and they are industry-based certificates. That is what they earn at our school, so they are ready to go to work. In fact, here in Mission, We've been conveniently located here amongst many medical areas, right around us. One of our first certified medical assistants got hired at the local hospital. Another got hired in La Jolla as an EMT, so they're ready to go, ready to work. So if any students are interested in being career ready upon graduation, a Premier High School model is a definite go for them.
Good morning, my name is Juliana Lopez. I'm the campus director at Premier High School, Edinburgh, Career and Technical Center. The way that we are different is, again, it's a very personalized setting. We sit with every individual student, we get to know them, we talk to them, we teach kids how to plan for their high school career, which courses they may want to select. They get the choice and the freedom to choose the different courses that they would like, and then students then continue to work on it. But it's about building those strong relationships through capturing kids' hearts. We're different because we offer dual enrollment, we offer different types of settings that are either online or on paper knowledge units, so that students can learn depending on whatever modality is best for them.
Again, there are 6 Premier High School locations in the Rio Grande Valley, and there are several factors making their campus different than other high schools, including flexibility in your course schedule, ability to recover credit quickly and graduate early, plus so much more. And remember, their team is able to help students get career ready while they attend class by offering CTE options. Now you can feel free to call 877-707-9288 or visit premierhighschools.com if you'd like more information.
Content segments during Valle por Vida were paid for by Premier High Schools.
All right, well, Texas A&M Forest Service continues to lend support in various locations battling wildfires by sending firefighters overhead and equipment to respond to burning areas across the country. Now, due to significant wildfire activity occurring in multiple geographic areas across the country and heavy commitment of shared resources to large fires nationally, the National Multi-Agency Coordinating Group raised the national preparedness level to level 5, which is the highest. And we spoke with one Forest Service representative to learn all about how their team is continuing to help protect citizens and natural resources from wildfire and all hazard incidents. Go ahead and take a look.
The freeze in February was a lot different than we've had. Like pretty much every year there'll be a freeze or something getting pretty cold, maybe even a little snow, but in South Texas, not that common. This freeze lasted days. And that's a lot different for all the plants when it lasts days of below freezing temperature. One thing to note is below ground, the roots, that freezing temperature doesn't really get into the roots. That's why you'll see a lot of plants and trees re-sprouting out. It just takes some time. And right after the freeze, there was a lot of concern, and then trees looking bad and concern if they'd come back at all, and some people cut down trees too fast. So the main thing was just some patience. Give the tree time to react. Like some trees, like the anaquas in the valley, came back really fast, leafing back out within a few days, and then within a few weeks they looked real good. Something that was interesting with those trees that came back, they flowered then extra strong and just like double amounts of flowering. So that was a response by the trees. The anacahuita, the Mexican wild olive, that took longer to come back. It looked bad for a month or two, but then did leaf back out and looks good. Probably in the valley, the tree that had the roughest time is the Norfolk Island pine. And those are pretty much all dead all over the valley. So it took a lot of time. Some trees came back faster than others, and then even like some citrus with resprouting, but you got to be careful. It might be from the root sprout, and you won't get the fruit that you wanted. But it just took months. But now in August, September, it's just, if it's not coming back by now, the tree's dead. Even the trees that have come back have a lot of stress. And if there's dead branches, you remove those dead branches if you're sure that they are dead and not going to re-sprout out. So you clean up the tree, and now if it is completely dead, the months have gone by. At first it was patience, but now if it's not sprouting out, leafing out, then you can be sure the tree's dead and you can remove it. Yeah, normally with the freeze coming in, like I mentioned earlier, it's usually just a few hours in the morning, and then you can do a lot of protection with a cloth or a sheet over. You want it to cover the plant and down to the ground level. But you don't, when it was a freezer lasting so many days below freezing temperatures, those protections don't work as well as when it's just a few hours in one morning. So this was a lot more extreme, a lot more stress on the plants than a one-time freeze one morning. So yeah, the protections were a lot more difficult for anything that's such a strong freeze like we had this February. But there's a lot of information available if you look on the internet, and you can search healthy trees, healthy lives, and that brings in a lot of information. The benefits to just getting outside, even for kids at school, they do better with grades at school if they have more activity outside and not just spending all the time inside on video games. And then there's a lot of tree information available with Texas A&M Forest Service. If you just type in Google Texas tree planting, and you'll get the website that you can put in your county in Texas and get suggested trees. You can look at information on how to plant, how to take care of trees, how to prune trees. So that Texas tree planting is from the Texas A&M Forest Service, and that's an easy site to use and just helps you take care of the trees. And just, we want all the benefits that the trees give us for our health and also for the environment.
Their Forest Service team will continue to help communities develop sustainable programs that provide healthy trees and forests and help generate economic, environmental, social, and health benefits for Texans and RGV residents where we live, work, and play. Now you can feel free to visit the website on your screen if you'd like more information on the Texas Tree Planting Guide and Healthy Trees, Healthy Lives.